Well, folks, today is the very last day of the Java group stage, and we're bringing out to you two very important matches involving two teams that will fight it all in order to get that last semifinals spot. Of course, I'm talking about yara4life and, of course, the Baron Knight Aura Farmers. Only one of them will get to be in the semifinals, and it fully depends on what may happen across the two games, the two matches that will be played today. Of course, we're starting out with yara4life, and yara4life has an important mission. Of course, yara4life must win against the Blindfolded. So you get the idea of how important this is. Let's check the rankings. We're getting right there. In the end, of course, yara4life has 2 score and 5 points, only 5 points. They should try to win 3-0, so they end with 3 score and, well, 3 score and 8 points. The Baron Knight Aura Farmers, of course, has 2 score and 7 points. So really, yara4life should try to win 3-0 well, a 2-0, a 2-1 win could also put them right there in semifinals, but a 3-0 win will be satisfactory. They're behind the Baron Knight Aura Farmers, and they do not depend on themselves. They still depend on a defeat from the Baron Knight Aura Farmers. The Baron Knight Aura Farmers must lose, but first off, they must win their match. yara4life must win, that's for sure. Now, the maps that will be played today, of course, are the following: Palace, Factory, and Mushroom. Those are the maps that will be played in this match. Let me check if I'm streaming. Let me check. Okay, I was streaming here. I cannot see the stats, but we see that there are 6 people here. Thank you all. Welcome, everyone. We're just getting started out. Everyone here ready to battle. Of course, the Blindfolded are already eliminated, and so are the failures. The only ones playing for something actually are yara4life here. So the Blindfolded, no matter what, will get eliminated, but if they want to make yara4life's life difficult, they could still try for a win, which would also eliminate yara4life. That's what yara4life doesn't want, of course. They must eliminate this. They must defeat the Blindfolded. Anyways, these are the lineups from yara4life. We have... Oh, wait. From the Blindfolded, we have Flawery, SkyAlaska, zBamboozz, and AaronBoiBumz. From yara4life, we have iceiscold, nootici, OwnedByChristian, and rootici. And here we are. The first map is Palace. From this side, we have the Blindfolded, and from this side, we have yara4life. Let the first game begin with yara4life already heading for the resources. Let's see what the Blindfolded will do over here. zBamboozz is going to build the bridge towards mid. The first one to reach, of course, the bridge, the mid. And they do it way sooner than yara4life. Rootici, wait, this is nootici is just building the bridge. Anyways, zBamboozz goes home, back with the diamonds. Already starting yara4life with an important disadvantage that hopefully they can solve. iceiscold blocks the way. But here comes Flawery and AaronBoiBumz. Anyways, sorry about that, I had to mute for a second. Here comes nootici. Flawery try to get to the bridge, of course. AaronBoiBumz already attacking iceiscold, they get him. And nootici does the same with AaronBoiBumz once again. AaronBoiBumz skill. nootici is the last one here in the mid. Here comes Owned by Christian. Owned by Christian, and iceiscold already chasing Flawery. Flawery tries to climb up, only to jump down. Owned by Christian perfectly combos Flawery. And over here we have AaronBoiBumz trying to get Owned by Christian. Nootici is right here in the midst. zBamboozz will try to get that blindness totem that nootici left up there. iceiscold tried to attack zBamboozz, but he quickly countered. Now iceiscold is gonna bridge back to their island to no avail. It isn't looking good for yara4life. Owned by Christian climbed up, so did zBamboozz. Still trying to attack zBamboozz, but eventually he dies. Now the Blindfolded are taking full control of the mid apparently. Well, this isn't looking good for this team indeed. Seeing as though Flawery just covered the entire mid-gen. Over here zBamboozz attacking rootici. Nootici trying to get away. Places that line is open up there. Here comes Owned by Christian, helping their friend just right there in time, their teammate. rootici chasing Flawery. And he gets knocked off. nootici fully uncovers the mid-gen. And here we have an attack by Owned by Christian. He falls down his tower. That wasn't a good... That wasn't so good. Owned by Christian must try again. Oh, he fell down. Well, in order to avoid SkyAlaska, but here comes Flawery jumping down on him. OwnedByChristian and Flawery delivers final combos to get him off the tower and from the bridge. nootici and rootici run away. And zBamboozz drops an ender pearl, but iceiscold beat him to it. The yara4life take the bet, and zBamboozz was right so freaking close from the bet. zBamboozz blows the defense again, only for Flawery to become the first one to be eliminated. zBamboozz still trying to break the bet, but instead he gets comboed. Oh, that was so close! And iceiscold's miraculous bet break has allowed yara4life to hopefully win this game. They have to confirm it with SkyAlaska skill, and with this, folks, yara4life wins the first game. Ooh, that was so close. The Blindfolded were so close from a bet break, but eventually it didn't go so well after iceiscold beat them to it. And with this, folks, we're heading on to the second game. If yara4life win the second game, they still have chances of getting in the semifinals. We will see if that will end up happening. But so far, it seems like they still got what it takes to be there. Of course, they do not depend on themselves anymore. They still have to wait for a defeat from the Baron Knight Aura Farmers. But a victory from yara4life would mean that the Baron Knight Aura Farmers would be forced to win their match. And we're heading on to the second game already, which is going to be, of course, in Factory. Factory is a really nice map to play the second game at. All of our 8 players are here. Let's present to you the lineups very quickly. From the Blindfolded, we have Flawery, SkyAlaska, zBamboozz, and AaronBoiBumz. While from yara4life, we have iceiscold, nootici, Owned by Christian, and of course, we have one more. We have one more here. Let's see if they will show up. There we go. iceiscold to nootici, owned by Christian and rootici. So no swaps from both teams. The players are the same. We shall start this now. Good luck to both teams, especially good luck to yara4life. They still need to win the second game to secure a win and still remain in the top 4. Just so they can wait until the Burn Night All Farmers versus the Failures to know if they will eventually qualify. Let's see if that will end up happening. And here we are. From this side we have the Blindfolded, and from this side we have yara4life. And folks, the second game has already started. Let's see who will get to reach the mid first. And of course it's going to be zBamboozz. zBamboozz reaches the mid first way sooner, way quicker than yara4life. nootici gets the defense set up. nootici makes the bridge. zBamboozz quickly blocks, leaving nootici in a very awkward situation. iceiscold gets to the mid, only to face a 2v1. Now it's a 2v2, pretty balanced, of course. iceiscold is the only one surviving. nootici and AaronBoiBumz got killed. iceiscold covers one of the entrances. Flawery falls down. Here comes the SkyAlaska. Here comes this entire yara4life team. Gonna be a 2v2 already, but zBamboozz delivered the final blow. nootici runs while the entire orange team is just behind him. Oh, what a well-aimed fireball shot by AaronBoiBumz to prevent nootici from getting any further from the bed. What a nice defense indeed. Very well thought out. And over here, zBamboozz tried to reach a blue bed, and eventually they were knocked off. But iceiscold also fell down, so both of them did. nootici reaches the mid-gen. All over here, SkyAlaska was unfortunately killed right before they could teleport back home. Flawery tried to get close, but OwnedByChristian blocked the way. nootici and OwnedByChristian will now head towards the orange beds. Only if zBamboozz allowed OwnedByChristian to get any closer, as they were knocked off. nootici gets Flawery down, but SkyAlaska does the same with nootici. zBamboozz is approaching the blue beds. iceiscold and OwnedByChristian protecting the way. zBamboozz heads to one of the corner diamonds. OwnedByChristian follows. zBamboozz tries to knock off OwnedByChristian. Instead, zBamboozz receives a nice counter combo. Oh, OwnedByChristian unfortunately fell down by themselves. zBamboozz is getting closer to the blue bed. Can nootici stop him in time? zBamboozz blows up the wool defense. zBamboozz tries to clutch, but eventually he is knocked off by rootici. So far, so good. Nothing much is happening over here. The first game was really quick, but the second game might not be so quick after all. Flawery climbs up, so does nootici. Flawery tried to get the blindness totem. Instead, it will be SkyAlaska who will try to do that. iceiscold tries to catch them in time. SkyAlaska is knocked off. They won't be able to reach the blindness totem. Over here, it's Flawery versus nootici. SkyAlaska is caught up between nootici and iceiscold. Eventually they got killed. Flawery gets the blindness totem. And over here, zBamboozz is getting closer and closer to the bed. They have first to get rid of the mining fatigue totem, but of course, rootici and OwnedByChristian won't let them. They are climbing up. zBamboozz is knocked off. He proceeds to place the TNT anyways, causing OwnedByChristian and rootici to get blown up. But eventually nootici came in time and knocked him off. The blue island, of course. Here comes Flawery. Of course, nootici already reaching the mid safely in order to avoid any confrontations so early. nootici falls down with a TNT. Flawery caught up between the entire blue team. He eventually gets killed. iceiscold getting closer and closer to the orange bed. Let's see if they will get. But unfortunately, SkyAlaska quickly knocked them out. Really quickly, actually. 2 punches only took to get iceiscold away from the blue bed again. Here comes rootici and OwnedByChristian dealing a painful kill against SkyAlaska. Over here, someone blew up the fence. But nobody's here, apparently. Well, that was zBamboozz placing the TNT once again to try to get the bed. What a nice defense by rootici. No, well, nootici, I'm confused by the names on iceiscold. Orange comes back to the mid. They get rid of that regen totem. Flawery will already head for the blue bed. SkyAlaska falls down on nootici. A nice combo by nootici to get SkyAlaska quickly killed. Over here, Flawery already shows up. 2v2 quite quickly. iceiscold trying to get closer. SkyAlaska blocking way, of course. nootici runs to one of the corner diamonds. iceiscold is all alone here. iceiscold now trying to chase zBamboozz, who is already approaching the bed once again. zBamboozz climbs up. He was quickly stopped by rootici. And he fell down. Nice defense by rootici. He was all alone in that bridge. And he was able to quickly get him off. Flawery places the blindness totem now. iceiscold and OwnedByChristian cannot see at all. OwnedByChristian does the same against Flawery. Seems like we'll be here for a long time. This isn't being an easy game for yara4life. They really need this game in order to win the match and be in the top 4. SkyAlaska climbs up. nootici deals another blow. iceiscold tries to get rid of SkyAlaska. So much stuff is going on here at the moment. While AaronBoiBumz and SkyAlaska are busy with rootici and of course iceiscold, over here, nootici was trying to get closer to the orange bed. Unfortunately, they fell down and they pretty much died. The Bamboozz once again tried to get close to the blue bed by themselves. They were caught by OwnedByChristian and rootici. The Bamboozz places a TNT. Careful now, careful now. OwnedByChristian was blown up by a TNT. At least they got zBamboozz kicked off. iceiscold falls down. Finally, that took a long time for SkyAlaska. SkyAlaska comes from behind and tries to attack rootici. nootici, you gotta get out of that TNT. It's a 2v2 here. And SkyAlaska is the first one to fall. Flawery now running away. Bridge fight. Flawery falls down. Now it's up to OwnedByChristian and rootici to get closer, but zBamboozz is in the way. OwnedByChristian quickly tries to get him knocked off. Instead, he was on falling down. rootici fell off the bridge. Kicked off, of course, by AaronBoiBumz. SkyAlaska pretty much got our OwnedByChristian pushed away. We had to retreat. In order to get AaronBoiBumz, who delivers an enderpearl attack, rootici intercepts quite quickly. Nice defense from rootici as AaronBoiBumz is kicked off from the island. And now here comes the counterattack by iceiscold. He fell down. And so did OwnedByChristian. No end in sight indeed as we approach the TNT rain phase. And soon enough, the deathmatch phase. For eliminated team, that is the Blindfolded. Of course, the Blindfolded aren't playing for anything at this point. They surely are giving yara4life a really hard time. Here comes rootici. Already heading for the beds. Only Flawery and SkyAlaska were defending. rootici tried to get rid of the mining fatigue, but was quickly caught and was also quickly killed. Over here, it's zBamboozz. No, it's going to be AaronBoiBumz taking advantage of the fact that the TNT fell right on the defense. So close from the bed. iceiscold and rootici are blocking them with all of their might. They were so close with a really, really nice defense. The bed was uncovered, but yet they still managed to defend it quite perfectly. Surely enough, the TNT phase destroyed the bed defense. The bed isn't gone yet. yara4life aren't gone yet. iceiscold delivers a nice combo against SkyAlaska to quickly get kill. Deathmatch is in only 4 minutes. This second game has gone on for long enough. Both players blow up. Both AaronBoiBumz and nootici. That was really funny. The Bamboozz climbs up. Here comes OwnedByChristian to drop down on Flawery. Surely now, iceiscold was quickly killed. OwnedByChristian tried to get closer to the orange beds, only to be blocked by SkyAlaska. But while SkyAlaska is busy, nootici gets closer to the orange beds. Flawery delivers a two-hit combo. nootici quickly gets away from it, of course. Here comes SkyAlaska. nootici jumps down on the bed. But the only box in with wool, he was quickly got off from that wool box. I'll have to think of another way to get to the bed. All if it were for that ultimate hit by Flawery to get them knocked off. Seems like both teams will definitely have to go to deathmatch at this point. The second game has gone on for long enough. You know damn well that factory games sometimes tend to, you know, take too long. OwnedByChristian and Flawery delivering quickly trading hits. And ultimately it was Flawery who won that duel. iceiscold tried to get some of the diamonds, but Flawery caught them. Now he's completely surrounded. Over here, nootici gets to the bridge. Only zBamboozz and AaronBoiBumz are defending the bed. Places the blindness totem. But so does zBamboozz. zBamboozz quickly gets to the totem. That was a nice diversion by nootici, but zBamboozz knew what his plan was. nootici climbs up once again. He drops down. zBamboozz quickly catches them in time. The bed was not even uncovered yet. Deathmatch will be in just 1 minute, which means that both teams should now focus on gearing up properly and getting to the final fight as soon as possible. Because there's no way that they can break each other's bets at this point. OwnedByChristian climbs up. So does zBamboozz. Both of them fall down now. And ultimately, it was zBamboozz who quickly got the kill. Had it been a bit later, OwnedByChristian could have been eliminated. Deathmatch is up now. Both teams surely have done really well in this last game. But now they have to fight it out, so we can determine a winner already. nootici falls down. SkyAlaska drops a couple TNTs. AaronBoiBumz quickly catches them. nootici climbs up. zBamboozz quickly getting a combo from to iceiscold. iceiscold tries to counter-attack with a TNT. zBamboozz places more TNT. Careful not to get caught by that TNT, of course. zBamboozz, very careful. Well, it was OwnedByChristian who was not careful at all. yara4life are now one player down. rootici climbs up in order to get a couple, come back to the fight stronger. rootici clutches just in time. That's a helmet pop. Well, I mean, a totem pop. iceiscold was quickly killed. rootici was also killed. nootici is the last one from yara4life. If he dies, they will lose this game and they'll have to win the third game in order to stay in the tournament for now. They won't be able to get that 3-0 win that they wanted. nootici tries to clutch from that combo that SkyAlaska gave ultimately, and the Blindfolded win the second game. Well, it surely was a painful second game from yara4life. They might not be able to get that 3-0 win that they wanted, but they might still be able to win this match. They just have to win the third game now. The Blindfolded tie the match, meaningless for them, but it means that yara4life haven't had an easy time at all. Let's quickly go over to the third and final game and see if yara4life will still be able to win regardless and get in the semifinals. Of course, they still depend on the Bear Night Owl Farmers, which will be in like half an hour. But it could all quickly end if yara4life don't win this last game. It's all it takes now to still remain in the tournament for now. It's all it takes for sure. The Blindfolded have fought really, really well indeed. Who knows if they might ultimately stop yara4life and eliminate them from the tournament for good. If you have nothing else to aim for, at least bring someone else, bring your rival down with you. That's what the Blindfolded are now aiming for. If the Blindfolded win the last game, yara4life will be eliminated for good. And now it will also mean that the Bear Night Owl Farmers, no matter what they do, will be in the semifinals. And here we have the third game. Let's see the lineups quickly. From the Blindfolded, Flawery, SkyAlaska, zBamboozz, and AaronBoiBumz. From yara4life, we have iceiscold, nootici, OwnedByChristian, and of course, our good old friend rootici. Let's start the third and final game, which is going to be in Mushroom. And here we are. From this side, we have the Blindfolded. And from this side, we have yara4life. The third and final game shall unfold right now for yara4life. They must win, no matter what, to be in the semifinals. And here comes iceiscold already dealing a nice combo against zBamboozz. zBamboozz counters. Here comes nootici to deliver the final blow. Flawery and tried to get to the mid, and eventually he was knocked off. OwnedByChristian will now head for the bed. Can he break it quickly in time? Well, he'll have to wait until Flawery comes up. And so does AaronBoiBumz. OwnedByChristian took too long in waiting for a decision. Waiting too long eventually got them knocked off. Decide yourself, that's for sure. Oh my god, OwnedByChristian is now getting quickly attacked by the entire orange team, who are now controlling the mid. Here comes zBamboozz, along with nootici. iceiscold quickly dealing a combo against AaronBoiBumz. zBamboozz thinking of how to tackle the bad situation, of course. zBamboozz covers themselves, while nootici makes that bridge, hopefully to avoid AaronBoiBumz, zBamboozz, and SkyAlaska. Of course, SkyAlaska falls down. Now see and OwnedByChristian trying to get to SkyAlaska. Now OwnedByChristian got rid of SkyAlaska, but they still have to tackle Flawery, who climbs up in order to knock off OwnedByChristian. Eventually, that's a counter. That's a good counter by nootici. Flawery runs away to one of the corners of the map. Flawery falls down on OwnedByChristian in order to knock them off with a nice combo. OwnedByChristian trying to clutch unsuccessfully. Flawery tries to get rid of the blindness totem. OwnedByChristian falls down. And here comes AaronBoiBumz, quickly getting to the bed defense. But eventually they were knocked off. Why go alone to that bed without a plan, of course? Here comes zBamboozz. Of course, OwnedByChristian climbed up unsuccessfully, so they were knocked off. zBamboozz delivers an ender pearl attack. They drop the TNT. Only rootici and nootici were defending. zBamboozz tries to break the glass. nootici eventually caught them. zBamboozz clutch. Of course, zBamboozz is still pretty much locked in that, pretty much trapped. rootici eventually fell down on him. zBamboozz quickly got rid of rootici. Now they have to get rid of nootici so they can safely get out of there. zBamboozz jumps down to the bed, but they were unfortunately knocked off by nootici. Over here we have iceiscold trying to get closer to the orange island. Flawery climbs up in order to jump on iceiscold. Instead, iceiscold goes for AaronBoiBumz. Ender pearl attack by nootici. Both box in, or at least try to. nootici was killed. iceiscold still remains. He is well hidden. And it seems like he went completely unnoticed by SkyAlaska and Flawery. Oh, that was a real blunder. They didn't make sure to get rid of iceiscold, and that cost them their bet. yara4life sneakily get Orange's bed. Really, really good bread break by iceiscold. And they were really sneaky, and thanks to him, they could win the third game and still stay in the tournament. The entire orange team went for the entire blue team. They have now control of the mid. They want the revenge, of course. And for that they must get yara4life's bed. rootici was given absolutely no chance. And here comes zBamboozz and SkyAlaska already heading for the blue bed. nootici eats a couple. OwnedByChristian creates another bridge to fall down SkyAlaska. nootici cannot see. And they were killed by AaronBoiBumz. They still fully control the mid. But without a bet, things have just got even more difficult for them. What time is it, by the way? It's 20:42. Okay. The next game match will be just in 18 minutes, actually. Not a lot of time to prepare. Over here we have iceiscold dealing with the entire orange team. He's quickly hit by AaronBoiBumz. That was OwnedByChristian also getting hit. If anything, the Blindfolded definitely have better PvP skills. So they could still endure the entire game until deathmatch and possibly win it that way. Flawery and SkyAlaska climb up. What is OwnedByChristian doing? Well, what is rootici doing too? Well, rootici tried to get to the blindness totem. Unfortunately, he failed. OwnedByChristian will have to do the job instead. OwnedByChristian falls on Flawery and SkyAlaska. iceiscold climbs up. rootici falls on Flawery. SkyAlaska eventually got killed. Eventually got OwnedByChristian. rootici tries to drop an TNT on SkyAlaska. Flawery now getting rootici, of course. rootici climbing up. Eventually was quickly caught by Flawery. It seems as though the entire orange team definitely is controlling mid. But watch out for rooticici's TNT, which got zBamboozz. What? That was a really smart play by rootici as they quickly get rid of one of orange's players by a not suspecting bomb on top of zBamboozz. What a nice way to go after what zBamboozz did against yara4life, of course, with all of his TNTs. He deserved to get eliminated by one TNT on top of his head. Now, with one player less, the Blindfolded might not have it an easy time now. yara4life really has some quirky tricks up their sleeve. That's for sure. Over here, that's AaronBoiBumz getting the bet for the Blindfolded. Oh, this is the last thing yara4life needed. Both teams are with no bet now. This is early deathmatch. At least the Blindfolded are with one player less. AaronBoiBumz got that blue bet. SkyAlaska trying to run away from iceiscold. iceiscold instead decides to help their teammates get rid of AaronBoiBumz and Flawery. AaronBoiBumz was blown up by one of the TNTs from OwnedByChristian. There are now 2 players down. If yara4life get both of them, they will still be able to remain in the tournament. Flawery trying to run away from OwnedByChristian and iceiscold. Flawery manages to get to one of the corner gens. OwnedByChristian following them. Here comes Flawery climbing up. Flawery and SkyAlaska still in the mid. They return back home. It seems that yara4life will now choose to properly gear up so they can quickly get rid of both Flawery and SkyAlaska. We will probably not reach that much anyways. yara4life will now look towards finishing the job as soon as possible, of course. And for that we have rootici already heading for the orange bed, Orange Island, while OwnedByChristian stays there collecting more diamonds. Flawery also climbs up. Here comes the entire blue team, ready for one final battle. Flawery launches a fireball spam that causes rootici to fall down. They quickly deflect one of the fireballs from SkyAlaska. iceiscold delivers a 3-punch combo against SkyAlaska, which causes them to fall down. Flawery ender pearls quickly in order to help SkyAlaska. OwnedByChristian was killed. It's a 3v2 now. iceiscold was caught by one of the TNT. They're now even. Oh, this could turn out really, really bad for yara4life. They were so unlucky with that TNT. This is the last 2v2. rootici was killed. If he dies, yara4life will be done for. What a nice comeback by the Blindfolded. From a 4v2 to a 2v1, nootici is yara4life's last hope. It all depends on him. If nootici dies, yara4life will be done for and eliminated. nootici, good luck. I really wish you luck. Your entire team's fate depends on you now. If he gets eliminated, his team will be eliminated. And Flawery and SkyAlaska know it very well. They are now controlling the mid, knowing very carefully that, well, knowing that they have to be very careful with the TNTs. Both OwnedByChristian and zBamboozz were pretty much blown up by one of those TNTs. You know how it is. Really, really unlucky for them. But incredible how the entire team's fate now depends on nootici. Flawery and SkyAlaska just letting time do its job so they can quickly have an easier path across that bridge in order to get nootici. That match will be right away. It seems like both teams will just have to wait it out. This also means that we have not much time left until the next match. We'll have to get everything set up right away for the next match. The Bear Knight Aura Farmers versus the Failures. Depending on what happens, the Bear Knight Aura Farmers might qualify to the semifinals without even playing. That match is in only 1 minute now. And here comes Flawery. Flawery is now all alone in the mid-gen, while nootici spying up the very last gears that they need in order to face them. SkyAlaska and Flawery are now pretty much waiting for them. The last death match of this match will begin right away. The entire team's fate depends on nootici now. We'll try to get rid of SkyAlaska and Flawery. What a nice way to end this match indeed. If you're not watching this, you're missing out on this peak gameplay. Flawery jumps on nootici quickly to get rid of that away from the TNT. Flawery and SkyAlaska plays TNT Storm. nootici climbs up in order to avoid it. SkyAlaska now climbs up. nootici just trying to avoid impending doom. He gets rid of one of the blindness totems placed by Orange team. It's all up to him now. Watching as Flawery and SkyAlaska try to reach him. nootici places a TNT on SkyAlaska. SkyAlaska quickly gets away. nootici tries to get rid of SkyAlaska. Makes them fall down. Flawery does fall down as well. Quickly to get rid away from that TNT. SkyAlaska quickly gets nootici off that tower. And now Flawery is delivering a nice combo from nootici. nootici gets away with an Ender Pearl. And he does it once again to escape that combo. Unfortunately so, yara4life have been eliminated from the tournament. It was all down to nootici, but a nice comeback by the Blindfolded eventually means that yara4life have no options anymore to be in the tournament semifinals. With this, folks, we now know the final 4 teams that will be playing for a spot in the final. Of course, those are Wapo's team, the Forgotten Nerds, Poor Squad, and the Bear Knight Aura Farmers. With this, folks, yara4life is the last team to be eliminated in the group stage. And the Bear Knight Aura Farmers are qualifying to the semifinals without even playing the last game. Congratulations to them. Now let's see the rankings ahead of the last match, which will be played right away. Nope. And here we have it. The Blindfolded defeated yara4life 2-1 with a nice comeback by the Blindfolded. That puts yara4life down to 8th place. The Blindfolded jumped to 6th place, but of course they are outside top 4 there, so they're eliminated either way. This means that the Bear Knight Aura Farmers secure top 4, no matter what they do. But the Bear Knight Aura Farmers... Wait, the Bear Knight Aura Farmers... Wait, let's see. Let's see. The Bear Knight Aura Farmers have not faced Wiggle. So, what if they actually lose? What if the Bear Knight Aura Farmers actually lose 3-0? Because both the Wiggle and the Bear Knight Aura Farmers have not... I mean, they are tied in points, but we have yet to see if the Bear Knight Aura Farmers would also be eliminated if they lost, which would mean that both of them would have equal points. Well, we shall see later on, you know. But if the Bear Knight Aura Farmers secure at least 1 game win, then they are pretty much assured a qualification. That's how it is. Anyways, folks, we will see you right away. Goodbye for now, and see you in 4 minutes with the Bear Knight Aura Farmers versus the Failures.